Line with the Nightlife DLC. I want to welcome everybody from Facebook, YouTube, and PS4 Live. I should have done this yesterday, but it's pretty obvious. There's a storm going through here close to where I live at and pass through where I live at on the coast. And, pretty much TV was down. Internet was a little bit slow. Anyways, I want to go through all the steps since, of course, there's already been passed through Drip Feeding Tuesday. And I just want to inform everybody whenever you do watch this video that, I know last time when I said this, last week, that I said that the last vehicle that came out, on Drip Feeding Tuesday, that will be the last new vehicle. Now, what I want to say is to inform everybody that, of course, Rockstar, they come out with their own posts through social media, whether it's through Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. They also do it by emails if, you got your Rockstar social account through them. But as far as the Canis Freecrawler, and I'm going to say that again, the Canis Freecrawler, okay? This is the last new vehicle that is coming out. Now, usually on Drip Feeding Tuesdays, unless I hear it from somebody else, but usually what I do is I go to Grand Theft Auto Wikipedia. I usually just Google it. I put in the name of the vehicle, and it usually just pops up, and it says GTA Wikia, and it just pops up, and you just click on it, go down, and you go down to design. And now that they're coming out with all these newer vehicles, especially in 2018, late 2017, they are mainly going by one model of one vehicle. Now, I will say, when I saw this vehicle and I seen people come out with replicas of it, and I was seeing them on people's YouTube channel, to me, when I just look at it straight, it looks like that SUV from Toyota. And I will be honest and straight and frank about it, is that was just off the top of my head. And I hate that SUV from Toyota. They try to make it look like a Jeep, so on and so forth. But I got my Samsung tablet here, and what I'm going to do is basically, usually when I find out what kind of, mainly on the Wikipedia site, it says it is mainly used from the Resvani Tank SUV. I'm going to say that again, the Resvani Tank SUV. It's also, kind of like the Jeep that is in the GTA game. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to read what it says on GTA Wikipedia. It says the Freecrawler is a four-door SUV, evidently based on the Resvani Tank SUV, itself being a rugged take on the Jeep Wrangler, which the Mesa is based on, which is the Jeep in the game, having the characteristic profile and angle compartment. However, opposed to the real-life counterpart, the Freecrawler does not have rear suicide doors. Now, if you would see this vehicle in real life, the Resvani Tank SUV, that has the back doors, they open up as suicide doors. It's pretty cool looking. And then it has these cool looking tail lights also. At the end, the very last sentence, it says the tail lights seem to take inspirations from those of the Hummer HX. Now, I haven't clicked on that, but I'm taking a look at it now. But, yeah, it's okay. But to be honest with you, I don't know, because of this nightclub, why they have came out with so much designs that refer to the Hummer, because my last belief and knowledge, because years and years ago I used to sell cars, is the last time that they sold or they made the Hummer was back in 2006, 2008, and that was based when General Motors had to borrow billions of dollars of recovery from the government, and what they had to do is they had to shut down certain vehicles. I believe it was either the SSR or HHR at the time, the truck, slash car, Hummers. They stopped making Pontiacs, which honestly at that time, a few years before that, the GTO came out. And at that time of age, I was really young, but I was actually kind of happy that the GTO came out. But they came out with it too late. Not enough of the GTO sold, and it just did not help them enough. But obviously, the government bailed them out. They made a lot of changes. They made a lot of money, and boom, they paid the money back. So, here we are. So, what I will do is like I said earlier, and I know you can't see it, but since I Googled the Rezvani tank SUV, but you can click on it. When you go to the GTA Wikipedia, you can click on it, and it will tell you, and I'll do it right here, right now, it will tell you that it's got two different versions. And it's got the regular version, which at starting price for the regular version, brand new price for the Rezvani tank SUV is at $159,000. Okay? The second model is more of a military edition, and you can click on that also. The starting price for the basic edition for that is $295,000. So basically, when it comes to GTA, I know you look at this car and you see basically it's right at $600,000. In real life, if you get the basic one like this, in real life, you got $165,000 vehicle for an SUV. That's pretty badass, especially for it to climb on rocks. So basically, it's like you're buying a rugged SUV, Mercedes, Cadillac, BMW, in that criteria. And because this update is a nightlife DLC, a lot of people, when they show up at the clubs, they're going to show up in a really nice vehicle, no matter what type of brand it is, depending on what type of person you are. But since I have all kind of pictures from Google right here, this vehicle is kind of cool. I'm not going to deny that. It is kind of cool. But once they came out with this vehicle and I did a lot more research into it, I was like, you know what? I really didn't know that this vehicle existed. I didn't know that this brand existed. Like they got all these top American cars that's Hellcats and the Demons and the Corvettes. And now they're starting to take them, and this brand comes out and they redo them and they make them twice as fast. Like they talking about the Demons. Now they totally redid the Corvette, and it's got probably about between 1,000 and 2,000 horsepower inside the engine. But, this isn't that. This is a brand, kind of like they have a brand in California that redid the Firebird. And you can buy the Firebird, but it costs you about $200,000 to buy the Firebird. But I will say this. If you are the type of person that needs other vehicles or want other vehicles, and you don't have that much money, but even if you have a decent amount of money, let's say $5 million, keep that money. Don't spend it on a Freecrawler. That's what Rockstar wants you to do. They either want you to work and grind so they can make money so you can come on GTA and make them money by coming online. Or number two, they want you to grind and buy shot cards so they make even more money no matter what. Now, I will say this. As far as this week goes, Rockstar, they put a tweet out Facebook, on GTA forums. And this week, like in the past weeks, if you log in every single day from Tuesday, this past Tuesday, yesterday, all the way to next Monday, you can make a total of $1,150,000. I'm going to repeat that again. If you log in from yesterday all the way till Monday, and you can just maybe stay on for 5 minutes if you want. It doesn't matter. It's your choice. If you get bored, you don't want to play, you can't find somebody that doesn't want to play with you, that's cool. No big deal. But if you just want to log in on GTA Online for 5 minutes, I know some people may say, like Mr. Boss, just say, oh, log in for 5 seconds or a minute. Don't do that. You want to make sure that you go do a mission, or you go do something to where you know, like they got these new missions that came out. I'm sorry, I can't remember what they called. I'm not trying to be unprofessional here, but they're double money, double RP. And of course, when you log in GTA Online, as you log in, make sure you always, as it's loading up at the very beginning of the game from 10 to 100%, you always pay attention to what it says, and it tells you what's going on. In case you're not on Facebook, you're not on Twitter. I'm not on Twitter anymore. I'm on Facebook. But bottom line is, I wake up every day and I listen, or throughout the day when people come out, I always watch a lot of videos. I always make sure duplication glitches come out. But because of the amount of money that I have right now, I'm not really worried about duplication glitches. About a week or so ago, I was, but I said, you know what? I didn't got to the point where I'm not worried about it no more. I'm not worried about it no more. But what I can say is, what I have been doing this past few weeks is, the rarest item in the game is the Keflon t-shirt. I know I tried in my videos before of trying to unlock the Keflon t-shirt live, but I never did it live. But I want everybody to know that I did unlock the t-shirt live. And what is hilarious is as soon as I unlocked the t-shirt, a friend of mine was playing with me. He was inside my club at the time, and he was drinking and getting drunk, trying to unlock at the same time as me. Which it was costing him money. It wasn't costing me money because it was my club. But I tried for days, I tried for hours, and I finally got it. He didn't believe me, and I took a screenshot of it, and I texted it to him. As soon as I got done texting it to him, and it went to him, and he got it, and he seen it, I backed out, went straight to the game, and a guy sniped me just like that. And I don't know if the guy could see that I unlocked it, but, you know, I'm getting to the point, and I'll be honest with everybody, whoever watches this later on, that to a degree, I love this game. It's got a lot of quality to it for it to be coming up here very, very soon, 5 years old. But I am so tired of griefers. I'm tired of them. I'm fed up with it. It's getting to the point with me to where, because I do have so much money, I want to come in here, I want to do a few things, I want to spend time with a few friends, play a few missions with them, because they're already getting tired of it, they're already getting bored of it. Especially with this being the last vehicle. Now, a lot of y'all are probably thinking, if y'all don't know, well, how is this the last new vehicle, and why are you saying it like that? Well, the reason that I'm saying it like that is because maybe next week or the week after that, I don't know how they're going to drip feed, but what they're going to do is, there's either 10 or 20 vehicles that they're going to put on the website. Vehicles that you can go out there and grab for free, put it in your garage, you know, stuff like that. They're going to start putting those vehicles on the website, so you can just go ahead and buy those vehicles on the website instead of just trying to find the vehicle and wasting time, because, you know, people, when it comes to this game, because I do have the money, I went ahead and I bought this vehicle, and of course, y'all can see it. Of course, up here it's saying that I have bad internet connection. I apologize for that. But as y'all can see, I did have the big Ford truck in here, the 650, and before I ordered this, I went and sold it and brought it in here because, you know, honestly, when it's all said and done, I'm not a big diesel person. I never have been. I'm not into diesels. I know a lot of y'all might be into diesels, or you might think diesels are cool, but you know, I'm also very considerate of the air quality and the pollution and all that. So, but of course, this is a rare truck right here. You know, I did one of those missions. I can't remember what mission it is on the top of my head, but you go in the mission, you start it up, and this truck pops out. And then you just go take it to one of your garages and you store it in your garage and you save it. And, but of course, you know, this is a Mercedes. You know, this is a very expensive truck itself. It's very rare. And, you know, but I got the old trucks and I tried lowering this truck, but I had to get to the point to where I had to raise it up stock because when I come out of this garage, it sticks to the pavement. So I put it all the way back up to stock, and it's still too low. But anyways, from what I know, what I understand is from what I've seen, and I'll do it myself, is that you can do a lot. When you take it over to the shop, you can do a lot with this vehicle. But I ain't gonna lie, this vehicle looks weird as hell. But bottom line is from what I've seen, what I've heard on different videos, people give it a 5 out of 5 star rating whenever you want to go, you know, go out in the desert, rock climbing and stuff like that. They do, you know, give it that. You know, it's not the fastest vehicle out there. But I know a lot of y'all, most of y'all save your money up for vehicles that, you know, like the Oppressor Mark II, the Oppressor, you know, vehicles like that to where it costs so much money and takes you time. You know, I got a friend, and I'm not here to down him, but all he cares of doing is doing heist after heist after heist. It gets old, it gets stale, and it gets boring, and honestly, you know, he keeps complaining about trying to find ways to save money, how to get the nightclub, and the only way that he will fill up any of his businesses is he has to have help. He has to have help to help him fill up his businesses. Which there's no problem with that. But at the same time, when there's other people out there that got other businesses, or a heist themselves or whatever, or it could be a different heist and they got this heist, they they want to do that themselves. And looks like well, yeah, they got the American deflector, but I'm not gonna put that on this. I might not even put a deflector on there. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. Some things I'll wait on. I never do explosives. I'll never do that. I know I've seen people that do chrome and stuff like that. You know, this vehicle, you can do whatever you want, but this vehicle, when it all boils down to it, it's not the type of vehicle you do chrome on. I'm gonna do the carbon, because when I look at pictures and I see this vehicle on YouTube, a lot of it is the carbon paintwork. I'll try that right now. No. From what I've seen, it's got a lot of good liveries on it. It just really depends on who you are, what you want on it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do mudguards. I don't like mudguards. I'm gonna go with the carbon step. And I wanna let y'all know this, that even though you can put a snorkel on it, you cannot go that far in the water, which that sucks, because that's the whole point of a vehicle having a snorkel. And you know, I had a foiler for years back in the day, and I could take it so far deep into the water, and about the only thing it would do was smoke a little bit, but I never had problems out of it, except
It's like giving the finger to Mother Nature. Awesome! If that car was a woman, I'd guess her. They won't shoot these out.
If y'all can hear that, that sounds pretty good with that snorkel. Now I wanted to also inform y'all this, that if you drive like this and you look out the back window, you can't really see. You got that little bitty crack right there. So if you're gonna drive this vehicle, make sure to give it some space, like I always do, like that. Anyways, I wanted to do a quick run through live of the Canis Freecrawler. Again, the Canis Freecrawler, and as a example that you will find on GTA Wikipedia, it will basically tell you that this version of this vehicle is mainly made from the Resbani Tank SUV. Again, the Resbani Tank SUV. If you ever wanted to look up that vehicle, when you go to the GTA Wikipedia site, and it will tell you on the design, when you click on design and you read it and you click on the Resbani Tank, you know, it'll bring you straight to their website, because that's where they sell the vehicles at on their website. The initial original version of this vehicle is based off, you know, not only their own brand of Resbani, but it established through the Jeep and the Hummer, pretty much all mixed in one into their name brand. So if you would buy this car, it's technically it's a luxury vehicle, but it's also a vehicle that, you know, you can take mud riding, or you can go rock climbing. You know, you can take it in the desert. Whatever you wanted to do with it, you would do it in a luxury style. And to be honest with you, it's something that my wife and I have discussed personally, that is something that is missing with the Jeep brand, that it has no luxury style from the outside, that basically all the money is put on the outside of the vehicle and not in the inside of the vehicle. To where when it's all said and done, to where, and I ain't gonna lie, when it's all said and done, to a degree, I will admit that, yeah, this vehicle looks cool, but you gotta have everything on it for it to look cool. But at the same time, it don't have the greatest look in the world. But bottom line is you know, of course, this is GTA. This isn't real life. This is something that's made up, made believe. It's not all the way there. But if you actually buy this vehicle in real life, it might actually have the 5-star safety rating, to where the real Jeep does not have. And it could also probably save some money. But from what I've read on this site, that because it has all the luxury to it, it also has a built-in SRT Hellcat engine in its department, to where Jeep or Hummer does not do that. To where Hummer, it does have a engine inside of it, but you only get 8 miles to the gallon. To where if you have an SRT Hellcat engine, you get up to 15 miles to the gallon. Something like that, in that category. But anyways, I've looked through this. I've seen it online. I've seen pictures of it on Google. And as far as what I like, to a degree, yeah, I do like it. I see certain rappers or models or whatever with this vehicle as I'm screening through the pictures right now. So even though I've never seen it before, obviously this is a pretty popular vehicle, even though I haven't really recognized it. But besides that, I like I said, that I sold my diesel truck that I had in my truck and SUV and Jeep collection in here, and I'm fine with that. Even though you could probably go buy a Ford 650, probably for around $250,000-$300,000. But when it's all said and done, when it comes to this game, it's really big, it's really bulky, it's really hard to drive and move around, to where even this rare truck, to get in this game, you have to get it through a mission and save it in your garage. Honestly, sometimes, especially in this neighborhood where this garage is at my house, it's actually really hard to drive around in this neighborhood. But when it comes to braking and taking turns and stuff like that, it's also very hard to drive. But overall, as far as right now, this is the way as far as this garage is going to go. But like I said earlier, like myself, when it all boils down to it, upfront cost for this vehicle in GTA is around $600,000. Okay, there is no trade price. You just buy it at that, and you might spend an extra 250, maybe 300 grand on it. So it might cost you in total between 900 and $1 million, depending on what everything you want to put on this vehicle. But my advice is, unless you're just a collector, you got money to spend, so on and so forth, don't buy this vehicle. Don't waste your money on it. To where, I am a collector, and I have 6 apartments, and to be honest with you, with the new DLC that came out, I got so much storage to where I haven't even probably filled up 2 of my houses, to where before the Nightlife DLC came out, I pretty much had all of my apartments in 4 apartments and 2 houses pretty much filled up, and then I just moved things around. But because of the color, I may change later on the color of this Freecrawler, to where I may keep it the way it is. But at the same time, if I do that, I may change the color of this Jeep right here. I may change the color. And this truck right here, to be honest with you, it's between 2 trucks. It's between a Ford and a Tundra. But I may look it up. If they got new colors for it, I may change the color on it, because pretty much what it looks like to me is that they're around the same color. And when it's all said and done, I really don't like having all the same colors in one. And even this truck right here, probably what I do, because when I had the Ford 650, it was red. And probably what I do, and to let everybody know, if you don't have this truck or not, you can glitch those rims right there, to where if you got the app, you just order regular rims, the cheapest rims, you make them whatever color you want, you drive out of the, wherever you, Los Santos Customs, and then you go to your app, your iFruit app, you change them back, it'll send the order through, and you go back and you select your stock wheels, and it will make them the color. So what I'll probably do with this truck is I will probably paint the main color red, and then I'll probably paint the original wheels yellow. Because the yellow, when it comes to these certain wheels, the stock wheels, and they are glitched out, when you do them yellow, they really stand out. And a lot of people that race and stuff like that, track races, dirt races, you know, most of the time when they do that, um, their rims are painted yellow. It's a really popular color. But I know most of my rims, when it comes to vehicles and stuff like that, you know, they're painted black. And to be honest with you, because of the amount of rims and what you can do as far as GTA Online, you know, you can only do so much with the rims. So I just might as well just paint them black, and that's the best that I can do as far as I can do. Or some rims that I got, you know, they're stock or, you know, something in that category. But, you know, I try to do the best that I can. I'm not going to make my videos. You know, I seen somebody earlier and they was working on this video and they put those ghetto ass rims on them. And, you know, when it's all said and done is that even though when it's all said and done that you can actually go buy this vehicle in real life and it's a luxury vehicle, I just hate it that even though it's a luxury vehicle from the inside, but technically from the outside too, but it's also made, you know, to good mud riding in. You put the snorkel on it, you know, go rock climbing. You know as well as I do, you're not going to put ghetto rims on it. You're not going to put chrome rims on it. You're going to put black rims on it. Something like that. Something that you would definitely go and put on a Jeep or something like that. So, you know, even though when it's all said and done at the end of the day, that is my lifestyle. But at the end of the day, besides that, it's just what looks the best, in all honesty, with his vehicle. But I want to let everybody know that on top of that, again, within a short period of time, in less than an hour, I did unlock the very, very light blue Kevlar t-shirt, which for me, maybe not for others, but for me, was extremely, extremely hard to do. Period. Bottom line. I also want to let everybody know that in the meantime, if you go to your stats, I have completed every award. And I think I've done that for any kind of category when it comes to the Doomsday Heist, combat vehicles, all that. This is the one that I put my most work into. And to be honest with you, I put a video out. I put a video out of basically me AFKing during a mission, the blow up mission. And that kind of helped me out because whenever, and I will go back to my club here in just a second, I will drive there real quick. In the meantime, like I was saying with y'all, I had to put, as far as this truck goes, I had to put it on stock because when you're driving it, it lowers down and it gets stuck in my driveway here. My allergies are going through. But if I try to take off, it gets stuck right there and it grinds. But it's a lot better than the way I did have it. But I will set it to my nightclub, which is right down the road. So it'll take me less than 2 minutes. But since it's raining, it's kind of hard to drive. But I've seen this is a very popular truck back in the day. And the way a lot of people did it, and you know, with this truck, I think it's a Chevrolet C10. With this truck being a Chevrolet C10, there's so many different models of engines, especially the Corvette engine, the LS1, LS2, you know, the LT engine, you know, vehicles like that, you know, you're absolutely able to upgrade. But I'm going to go through the back here because it is the quickest way to do that. To go ahead and get through the nightclub instead of walking through the nightclub, through the front, and having to do all that. But I'm going to show y'all real quick, and I'm going to describe everything for y'all to understand. Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my light on real quick so everybody can see. But if you go back and you check out all the awards again, because I know some people, they have OCD and they like to have awards and show their friends and stuff like that. And there's also t-shirts that come with this, and you can always go to your closet and check if you won those t-shirts. I know you get 2 t-shirts. I believe it's either for Dixon or it's from the Tales of Us, which right now I've changed my DJs are the Tales of Us, because in my opinion, I feel like of all the music that I've listened to and has came out, and all the time that I've spent inside the club and listening to it, the Tales of Us probably have the best music. And out of all my friends, that when I invite them, they pretty much stay in, or not even friends, but just random people, because one of the awards that you get for the nightclub is the hotspot. And you got to have 100 unique players, which pretty much is different players. You can be friends, whatever, but they can leave. You can invite them. They come back in. And I set my status to where it was free, to where not everybody would get charged. If they wanted to come in 2 or 3, 4 different times, they wouldn't get charged $50 or $100, which is not a lot of money. But maybe some people it is if you don't have a lot of money. So I didn't want to charge them, so they can always come back whenever they wanted. But bottom line is, whenever it came to the Tales of Us, they would always stay in longer. They would always dance longer. And in my opinion, when it's all said and done, even though I've really never discussed it with anybody, but I guess when it's my opinion and I've seen that, especially through today and the last few days, because I've changed it from this DJ to this DJ to this DJ, and actually, like I said weeks ago, that the worst, in my opinion, they saved for last was the Black Madonna. And from every person that I've heard talk about it, they don't like the Black Madonna. And don't let that sound feminist because she is a lady, but you know, whenever you go do the mission, it is a pretty funny mission. But besides that, I want to let everybody know basically how to get the awards and boxes and stuff like that, because I see a lot of questions on the internet and Google and stuff like that, and I'm going to basically explain that. And to be honest with you, the only unique thing that I don't know or understand that you will get for completing the 100 unique players to visit your club, I have no idea. I have no clue. Okay? So I'm going to explain every award and trophy and whatever. Okay? Now, right here on Gay Tony's desk, most everybody know this, and I'm going to take this grid away. But right here it says #1 nightclub. Now, of course, you got bronze, silver, and gold. Now, of course, mine is gold. Now, what keeps you from getting this to gold is basically, bottom line is you're going to keep your nightclub population all the way up for hours, okay? And basically, and I tell you, how I did this was the most easiest way, is it's got to be more than 90% on up, okay? So I then sold my stock several times. I made millions of dollars. And how I did that is I know a lot of people, they have videos and saying, okay, watch your camera and AFK that way, do this, do that. Don't do that, okay? Because when you have this business, before I had this business, I pretty much had all my businesses shut down so they would not charge me money, okay? But now that I have this business open, it charges me money. But in order to reflect from you being charged money is you have to be in a mission. While you're in a mission, it won't charge you money, okay? So what I do is in some apartments it will do this, okay? But in just only one of my apartments, it doesn't do it. But you go to your apartment and you want to make sure that you're not in your CEO and you're not in your motorcycle club. You want to make sure that you're out of that, completely out of it. Okay? You want to make sure that you're not in passive mode. Okay? So don't be in passive mode. I know people can be assholes and you just want to be passive mode. I know some people call it PUSSY mode, which I don't believe in that. I just feel like sometimes I need to be in passive mode because whether I'm doing missions or doing heist, when I load back into the session, I don't want to be killed, blown up, and my money be taken away. But anyways, past that is what you want to do is you want to go, okay? You want to go and you want to go straight to your not hotel room, I'm sorry. Into your home, okay? You want to go to your home, your apartment, whatever you want to call it, and you want to start up the mission blow up. And I know a lot of people are like, where's mission blow up? All you gotta do is go to Rockstar Created as far as missions and go to missions, and it will line up. Whenever you go to missions and you go down to blow up, they will match up together. You got the white line that is describing missions. You go down to blow up, and it'll be straight white line on missions and blow up. And right there, when you're in your apartment, you're not in CEO, you're not in your motorcycle club, you're definitely not in passive mode. You start it up by yourself. Don't do it with nobody else. You start it up by yourself inside your apartment. When you start it up by yourself, you'll load up inside your apartment. And what you do is you go and you sit down on your couch and you watch TV. Now, in some apartments, when you go and you click to watch the TV, some TVs in some apartments do not turn on. But even though it does not show that it is on, it does not mean that it's not on, and it does not mean that you are not AFK. Now, I will say this. If you go and you take your profile on your main menu PlayStation, you can turn that off, but it's still going to show to other people that you're in a mission for 5 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours. It does not matter. People are going to see it, and people can join you, but it will not affect you. Okay? They can't come up in your apartment. All they going to have to do is, because they can't finish it, they got to have you to finish it. They're going to have to back out. Okay? Because some people do that. Some people are nosy. They want, they see that you're on, but they can't send you invites, but they see that you're doing a mission, and some people, like, I had to tell that to one of my friends. He was like, well, I see that you're on at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm not. What I'm doing is I am AFKing, and I am building my stock inside my nightclub business, but at the same time, what happens is if you got your population in your nightclub all the way at 100%, you can AFK for 12 hours, and it will barely go down. And what happens is because you do that, even for the very first time, you do it for 8 hours. Let's say you're at work, or you're asleep, or you're asleep and you got to go to work, or you're sleeping and you got to go to school. It does not matter. You can do it all day. 12, 10, 15 hours. What will happen is because it will go go a little bit less down, okay? It will stay above 90%. What will happen is you will get this trophy right here that's been on the screen as long as I've been talking, and you will get it gold, okay? It's as easy as pie. So at the same time, you will get this trophy in gold, but at the same time, you're building your stock up to your businesses in your nightclub. Okay? Now, this big box here that I want everybody to see. Okay? Basically what I did is you get two things. I can't tell you for sure, but I know once I sold 100% stock, okay, I got this box or I sold stock because the very first stock that I sold wasn't a lot. I just wanted to test it out because of the vehicles that came out. They give you one vehicle for free. But I just wanted to test the mission out, see how it would be. And I cannot fully remember if I got this box on 100% storage or 25% storage. I can't tell you. But either or, if you build it all the way up and you sell your stock, you're going to get this box. Bottom line. Now, as far as the greatest dancer is, like I'm about to show you now, is on your stats and you go to your awards and you go to your nightclub. When it comes to Solomon, you have to dance to each and every single one of them, and the last one is like 30. What you can do is you can use a rubber band, but I was actually sweeping. My wife asked me to sweep the house the other day. I found one of my old hair ties, and basically I put this on my stick, and I went and I danced. And this is for each and every DJ. Okay? So even though I done danced a little bit, chilling out, hanging out with my friends and stuff, just to dance and fool around and stuff, you know, bottom line is I took this, and then I pressed R2. I started dancing, and then I pressed R2. And then what I did was I took this and put it in my controller, and I let it sit there on my R2. And then I went into the bedroom, and I watched TV, I watched Netflix, and boom, I got the award just like that. Now, the more that you keep doing that on each and every DJ, which you would have to pay $10,000 for each DJ that you already purchased. Now, if you didn't purchase a DJ, when you first purchase that DJ, it's going to cost you $100,000. But I want everybody to know and to understand that, like I was saying earlier, that if you keep your population at 100%, as long as you do that, on GTA, they will award you, instead of $10,000, $20,000. Okay? So they're doing that this week. Now, I don't know if they will keep doing that and carry on with it. But as far as this week goes, and it will end probably 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning on Monday, or Tuesday, excuse me, when they redo things on Tuesdays. But as long as you keep that up at more than 90%, you will make $20,000. Okay? But anyways, when you keep dancing to all your DJs, you will get this greatest dancer. Okay? Also, they got another award that I may not read. But if you also do that, and I know some people do it, but I did it because I'm a musician and it was very simple for me. But you have to dance for 5 minutes perfectly with no mistakes. And basically all I did is I took my phone, I put it on its timer for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes, or I use Alexa, and I said, hey, set an alarm for this. And, you know, I just started pressing X. You know, I started tapping my foot on the beat. And every hard, but to me, it's very simple. It's very easy. I know there's a lot of different ways people said to do that, to be the greatest dancer. But dance perfect for 5 minutes. Dance so many times. And as long as you keep that up, the amount will go up, the amount will go up. And you come back in here, and as long as the band is on R2 and it's down, and you come back in here, you know, your RP, you know, you stop dancing, your RP will just keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, and then you realize that you got the award. Now, as far as the battle trophy right here, it's the hardest one. Okay? Now, I kind of had help, you know, because I got so frustrated being in public lobbies because there's so many people now, because this DLC has been out for weeks, to where there's more people now that have the nightclubs now. But in this week, even if people do not have nightclubs and they go out there and they try to do this battle, they get extra RP and they get extra money. So, bottom line is in order to get the bronze trophy, you have to complete 3 or 5 and win the battle mode when you're trying to get stock for your nightclub. Silver, you have to get 10. You have to win 10. Okay? And then as far as gold, you have to win 20. So, I actually, be honest with you, I actually got some of my friends together and be like, hey, you know, can we get, and I'm going to tell you this, the easy way that you can do it is get you some friends together and try to get in a public session or wherever to where it's just you and your friends and all of y'all are in separate CEOs. Now, at the time, I had 4 people in a session, and one of those people was helping my friend do motorcycle club work. And every 15 minutes, when you got separate CEOs, you got to have 3. And the reason that you want to do that, you want to have fewer people so all those other events on every 15 minutes will not pop up, because an event will pop up and then the battle mode will happen once every 30 minutes. So you want to do it because you want to have fewer of the people. That way it will pop up every 15 minutes. Sometimes it's even less than that. Sometimes when I've done it, it was like every 10 minutes. Okay? And another thing that what you can do is if you do a battle mode and there's more people that joins in that session, leave that session and go to another public session, and then that session is going to pop up here within just a little bit of time, and it will be shorter. Okay? So you can do it that way. It's just, you know, you got to be more precautious, because when you got so many people in a session, if you skip a session, there could be 30 people in it, could be 15, and they're all going to gun for you. But to be honest with you, you know, I'm not totally sure. I know from what I've read and from what I think is that you do have to win 20. But a lot of the battle modes that I did, actually, to be honest with you, I actually shared them with either friends and stuff like that, or just other people in general, just helping each other out. I will go and I will blow that vehicle up, which takes a few. You just blow it up and it will separate it, and you just go and you get that stock and they get the other stock, and you just go and you take it to your nightclub in the battle mode. So I don't know if it's just winning it, getting all the stock, or you can share it and split it to where, you know, you just get one and they get one. I have no idea. But I know I've done it a lot to where I cannot remember. But what I do know is I have all the nightclub awards. I have all the gold trophies. I have the box. I have sold probably at least 3 or 4, maybe even 5 full stock nightclub. And usually the way I do that is I glitch my router to where I have a solo public lobby to where nobody can join me. Now, I did it the other day, either Tuesday or Monday, and I sold my stock, and only one person had joined me, but I was pretty much already finished with selling it, or they then came in after I sold it. But they didn't bother me. They was just in there doing their work. I was doing my work, no big deal. And I left, and that's pretty much about it. But another thing that I do want to show y'all is when you have every business in the game that allows you to use it in the nightclub, what happens is well, right now I got $40,000. Like I said, if you look on my popularity bar, it's at pretty much 90%. Okay? And all I gotta do is walk over here and get my money. And that's about it. But I'm gonna show y'all real quick with the camera. But what happens is when you sell a full stock, it doesn't matter what it is, because the only business that is not in the game that you cannot use in the nightclub is your vehicle cargo business with your CEO business. That's the only one. Everyone you got, you know, smugglers, just everything. It don't matter, okay? Everything goes with the nightclub. And if you got any of those businesses, warehouse business, you see, even if you got the small crate, it don't matter. I got three of them. I got the large, I got the medium, and I got the small. And to be honest with you, I never even done that business. But you got to have every motorcycle club business, and what you do is when you sell a full 100% stock, which I believe you make like $1.5 million. Now, the last selling business that I did, I made an extra $10,000. They just told me for some reason that blah, 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 you sell this, you do it perfectly, which I did it perfectly. I never crashed, never did this, and never did that. But at the same time, like I said, I glitched my router to where I was in a solo public lobby and I could not be bothered. And the bottom line is I did not want to take a risk. I didn't want to take a chance. But still, bottom line is it was cool. I still made an extra $10,000. So I'm okay with that. But anyways, if you look at that crinkle it up money right there, that's because, you know, you got the cash business and the MC business. You know, then you got, you know, your passports. That's for documenting. You know, and then right there, of course, you got the drugs and all that. You know, you got bullets, you got all that. You know, you got the beer. But, of course, your cash is right there, which I done got $40,000. But bottom line is, when it's all said and done, you know, of course, back there is your weed. But that's what happens, you know, these are all your little trophies and stuff like that, you know, you will get when you fill up your stock at 100% when you have each and every single business. And to be honest with you, even though all my businesses I opened up, I do not have no stock in them. So I don't have to worry about being rated. I don't worry about my other businesses. I don't deal with my other businesses. I got plenty of money. And to be honest with you, since, like I said earlier on in the video, that the Canis Freecrawler, as of this past Tuesday that came out on Drip Feeding Tuesday, it was the last new vehicle. All the other vehicles that will come out, they are already in the game, and they would just put them on the website for you just to buy instead of going out there, getting them, and put them in your garage. But still, bottom line is, if I choose later on to sell one of those vehicles, like one of the Camaros or the Firebirds or whatever you want to call them, I'm not going to buy them on the website, even though I got millions of dollars. I got millions of dollars because of a reason, because I'm smart with my money. I don't care if they put them on the website. I'm still going to go out there, unless they're under $100,000, and I'm still going to get them off the street, and I'm still going to put them in my garage if I want to do that. But anyways, past that, I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna close this safe. But that's all you little trophies right there. And also, if you dance for a certain amount of time, if you just dance, and there was a little gun right there, by the way. But if you just dance for a certain amount of time for each DJ, and I mean for each DJ, you get t-shirts. Each t-shirt. So let's look at the t-shirts here real quick. Let's see if they see if they're here. May not even be here. Most of the time, usually what I do is when I check out the t-shirts, I usually go to the store, and because, you know, they're in a certain location, it's just easier to find them that way. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's one from Solomon. Yeah, so like I was saying, is you get I'm sorry, I knew there was a t-shirt where you get two. Okay, but you get 2 Solomon t-shirts that you unlock. There's the black one. Here's the white one. Here's the Tale of Us, Dixon, and the Black Madonna. And then, of course, Tales of Us, this and that, Black Madonna. So, pretty much, when it's all said and done, I have all the t-shirts unlocked. So, I didn't know that. And I seen this website, and they're not showing all of these t-shirts. But between me logging in on GTA each and every week, that's how you unlock them, for one. Number 2 is because you unlock them by getting the award and dancing so many times. So, I wanted y'all to see that real quick. But real quick, overall, this video was about the Canis Freecrawler. As far as my review, I am basically going to give the Canis Freecrawler, when it comes to everything that it does, everything that I've heard, that even though things that I haven't done, if you want the vehicle or if your friends got it, you can always test it out. It's got a decent price. It's not that expensive. But overall, between you buying it right at $600,000, fixing the maybe $850. Let's go with $850. Overall its setting is to be a 4x4 vehicle. It has a decent look to it. The only thing that I don't like about the look of it is the back. And if you got it set to where you're driving inside of the vehicle, you cannot look out the back. But we both know that most people, they do not look out of the back of their vehicle, because most people, they're going to wreck inside GTA. But some people, they just like things to look a certain way. But anyways, as far as collectors out there that is looking at the Canis Freecrawler, I'm a collector. Bottom line is the resemblance of this vehicle is a Res Bonnie tank SUV. Basically, when it's all said and done, it's a one-of-a-kind. It's a one-of-a-kind name brand. If you went out there and bought this, if you got some money, middle class, high middle class, rich, whatever you are, whatever you want to define yourself as, is, you're going to go out there and you're going to spend $160,000 as a start-out package for this vehicle. And it's going to be a lot more than that when it comes to packages, when it comes to certain vehicles. I told everybody, I'm sorry I didn't show everybody earlier, that when it's all said and done, that I unlocked the Keflon t-shirt. So, that's definitely a plus for me. I want to show everybody that real quick. I apologize for that. If I can find it real quick. Here it is. Keflon t-shirt. So real quick, there it is for that. Y'all seen that? So y'all definitely know that it's true that, I guess, when it's all said and done, that as of right now in this game, the Keflon t-shirt is the rarest item to get and to receive. But anyways, Keflon t-shirt, I have all the nightclub awards. I have all gold trophies. And pretty much I'm going to say this, and I know, I'm definitely not know if it's true or not, but I'm making a statement. But as far as right now, with games that are coming out, I have 3 pre-orders that are coming out in October. And one's going to be at the beginning of the month in October. But bottom line is this game for me and for a lot of other people is going to slow down. But what I'm going to do is, like other people that know, and like I explained earlier, is every day that you log in from yesterday all the way till next Monday, is when you first log in, as of yesterday, you get awarded $250,000. And then each day you log in, you make an extra $150,000, and I believe in total that is $1,150,000. So basically, probably what I would do, unless there's a few odd and end things due, I need to play the new missions that came out on Tuesday to where you make double RP and double money. I would try one of those missions. If I like it, then I'll play the rest of them. If I don't like it, I will only do that one. But I will log in each and every day this week. Just like it says on the bottom of my screen, it shows $18,000. So that means that because of that, I am less than 90%. Okay? But $18,000 is decent money. It's a lot better than $9,000, which I'm not going to complain about. But, besides that, real quick, as I'm finished what I'm saying, basically what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do what other people say or advice. Somebody else might give you advice, say, oh, you may not want to play GTA once you log in for just a few seconds or a minute or 30 seconds. No, don't do that. You want to make sure that when you log in that, Rockstar fully knows that you have been logged in, that you've done a mission or two, or you filled up your nightclub to where it's going to say for you for a few times, you got some money, you add some money to your bank. That way it knows something going on, because sometimes their system is kind of slow down. You got the storm passing through from the Gulf and going up. So a lot of people right now are being affected by weather, and we might not even know that Rockstar might even be affected by the weather. We have no idea. But bottom line is I always take precautions. I'm always safe. I always think about other things that could happen, and I always do things to do a little bit more time. But bottom line is do a mission, do the new missions that came out this past Tuesday to where it's double money, do RP, do maybe one, do maybe two. If you got the nightclub, build up your nightclub, do a mission or two, whatever. Maybe do a heist or something, I don't know. But do something to where you got a little bit of time in, and then when you want to, log out, pop in another game, play with some friends, have a good time. But again, this is DK Lippy Live. I appreciate anybody that commented, that watched, that listened, that will watch on Facebook, that will watch on YouTube. No matter what, I want to make sure that everybody feels welcome, they feel comfortable, they get all the advice that they want or need. And any more advice anybody else needs, just give me a shout out on Facebook, just give me a shout out on YouTube, and of course, PS4 Live. I love each and every one of you. Most likely this will be my last video as far as GTA, unless something pops up for a while. I'm going to play some other games. I got some, to y'all it might be old, but to be honest with you, I got some games that I bought brand new that I pre-ordered and I haven't even played yet. And I need to get on those and have some fun and have some great time, because, I get really excited when a DLC for GTA comes out. But when it does, it takes up so much of my time, because when it's all said and done, because I have so much money and I worked very hard for it, whether it's through grinding, whether it's through glitches, whatever, and I don't care what anybody says about glitches. Some of those glitches are very, very hard to hit and do, but bottom line is I want everybody to do the very best, just like I do. And besides that, but if a card duplication glitch does come out and I feel like it's real and I can't hit it, I'll do a live video on exactly how to do it. But make sure that you are subscribed to me, that you do have a notification bell on my channel to where when I do come out with it, whether it's on YouTube, Facebook, and PS4 Live, that you're able to watch it there and there. Because once some of those glitches, though, especially duplication glitches, come out, Rockstar will patch those within a matter of hours. Now, every now and then, there are certain glitches out there that will last for a day or two. Or sometimes you even have to leave your game on for it to last. But sometimes, you know, when you leave your console on, especially a PS4, you know, it will stay on for maybe 2 to 4 days and it will shut off automatically. Some people tell me that that doesn't happen with Xboxes, that bad things happen when you leave your Xbox on. But besides that, I want to make sure that everybody's happy with this video, that they got a little bit of information about the Freecrawler. I'm not going to go and drive it around and do this and do that. My wife is waiting on me. We're ready to eat. We didn't have a lot of TV last night because of the storm that came through. So we want to watch a few TV shows, a few videos. She's going to have to go to bed, maybe eat some pizza, something, whatever's on her mind. It don't matter to me. I'm hungry. She's hungry. But, you know, on there, I love her. I love y'all. Much appreciation, much love. This is Kingdom Live, DK Lippy, #1. I'm out.